check. Are we live? I think we're live. Okay. I'm gonna finish the setting ups. Hey, Harsh. Squat. ITZ. Time for me. Hello, Eastbrick. Wilfredo. Give me a second, guys. I need to finish some of the setting ups. I'll be right back with y'all. Oh god. Dylan, hello. I can only read English. So if you guys type anything else or in any other language, I'm stumped. Okay, I'll get this thing fully disassembled hopefully today. May not be able to do it all on stream, but you know, let's just get started. Can you guys hear me? I think I'm building an Iron Man 3 mock of the final battle. Very cool. At like the harbor. I don't usually do this. I usually sort of have like a bunch of like boxes and buckets in front of me, and I just sort it as I take it apart. But I want to keep trying this method to see if it's faster. I feel like theoretically this should be faster, like taking it all apart and then sorting it afterwards. Yeah, we'll see. What will be the new mock? I am not sure yet. I'm working on a couple of things. I've got like a bunch of things disassembled. I haven't been able to get any design work done in the last while. Yeah, these things can be a bit unpredictable. Like sometimes I would start early on a project and then I'd get stuck. Sometimes there's a project where I get started on and I brace myself for a long design process and it just sort of finish over the weekend. So I'm not sure. I'm building a custom golden dragon from Lego Ninjago. That sounds exciting. Give me some dragon. I've been looking at like animal anatomy because I actually haven't really built very many, and like with dragons being kind of like there isn't a real dragon as like authoritative point of reference, so just looking at like different animals to see yeah. Oh, Giancarlo. It's slow for me if I sort afterwards. Well, I kind of think that this like sort of like looks better on stream, but maybe it doesn't. We'll find out. I still have like a bucket full of like unsorted disassembled parts from this set that are like the arms. Hello, Brad Foster. Alright. Do I keep this whole thing? Alright. This is my plan for this. I'll probably leave that alone because I don't know what to do with that. Oh yeah, it's very aesthetically pleasing. By the way, alright, let me just get this disassembled first. I have found a bit of a quick fix for this guy. Look, he looks like normal now, and I feel like I can put him in like cool poses, and he actually look like he's having a good time, cause he can use his neck, and it doesn't really use it doesn't use any extra pieces at all. Downside is you have like kind of a big hole, the back of the head, but I think that's okay. Yeah, this is I feel much better than what we had before. Uh, I'm trying to think of ways to like put this up and show how this is done, because it's not that hard, but it is kind of like it's complicated enough that I can't just show it in one photo. So I'm still figuring out how to like make instructions for that and then publish that. Oh man, this can get annoying. What song is which one? I can't remember what I was humming. It might be impossible for you to re-describe to me what I was humming. I'm not sure actually. I don't think I was humming something specific. Is that the Looney Tunes theme? I don't think I watched that much Looney Tunes growing up. Alright, there we go. I need like a way to automate some of this with like I keep seeing those videos of people who have like whole like this sort of like boxes with like, I'm trying to see if I can describe this. They're like stacked drawers, but the bottom of the drawer isn't like filled in. It's got like holes. They're like different sizes of holes. They stack them on top of each other, and they just pour bricks on top, and it just sort of like sorts itself at least by size first. I feel like with how often I have to do this, it might be a good idea to try to either invest in one or like make one myself or something. Probably isn't that hard. Maybe that can be a stream where I just have like a bunch of like cardboard boxes, and then I try to like make a sorting box for myself. There's an idea. You know what? We're gonna do that. I have decided. If I end up not doing it, that's because I changed my mind. Which I do all the time. So, take that however you will. Alright. These are really frustrating. These are both like the best part and the worst part of this model. I kind of think that like adjusting them to be in the right position takes too much finagling that the average like layman builder aren't used to. Yeah, but like there are definitely better and worse positions. Hello. I can't read Korean, but welcome to the stream. Hello, Shirley Master. Alright, big pile. Big pile of parts. You watched Transformers Rise of the Beast? I did. I thought it was okay. I liked it more than the Bay movies. I did not like it as much as Bumblebee. Yeah, it definitely felt like a movie that was like reworked several times over in development, and you can feel like different forces behind the scenes fighting for what they want the movie to be. Yeah, but like the one thing I'm very glad that has remained from Bumblebee is that the robots feels like real character and not just like props. And like I think Mirage is genuinely fun to watch. We haven't had like an actual like kind of like how should I say this, kind of like a charismatic and like cheerful positive character in a while. Bumblebee is a bit of like an amnesiac baby, the way he was written, which is fine, right? And like a lot of the Baybots, including Optimus, are just like angry all the time. Dylan, I got the plane of the mock of Optimus Prime, and I fell, and I lost my feet, and I was whoa. Why'd you build the set just to break it? Did you want to experience building the set? Yeah, I want to experience building the set. Like it's all backed up, nice, and I find that like I always learn stuff when I build official sets, and so I enjoy the building process. And the other thing is that especially for projects where I plan to do an alt build, building the set familiarize myself with the parts palette and like what bricks I have to work with, and taking it apart reinforces that one more time as well. Like so by the time I've built it and taken it apart, I'm a lot more familiar with what bricks are available for me to use in an alt build than I would otherwise be if I just open the set and sort the bricks immediately. I was putting it together at a friend's house. Pete Davidson. Yeah. I know it is Pete Davidson. I kind of think that he's fine. I know a lot of people don't like him. I don't know if we've heard things about like, well, I'm sure if you look for it, there'll be like things about him to not like. Yeah. The sort of like super problematic behavior that like stars can exhibit sometimes, I kind of think we haven't really seen in Pete Davidson, and I think he's fine. That's my opinion on that. I'm gonna regret saying that if it comes out tomorrow that he kicked puppies or something. Anyways, stay in part 478. You know what? If it is possible for you to like go outside, I would encourage you to go outside instead of like being inside and watching this. Because this is on playback and I sort of stream semi-regularly. You can catch the next one. If there's an opportunity to go outside, go outside. Is my advice. Big mouthpiece. I think I was humming the Spider-Verse themes. Thoughts on a recent development in the Skywalker Saga Lego game being sidelined for AAA Harry Potter game? I have no opinions. I'm not very invested in Lego games at the moment. I haven't played them for a long time. I remember enjoying them as a kid. Yeah, I don't have an opinion on Lego games. Are you gonna take the new Lego Ninjago Dragon Rising New Dragon into a mech or not? I do plan to try, is what I would always say. And yeah, I do plan to try. At the moment, I have like a bunch of projects on hand, and I kind of feel like I need to start taking better care of my finances and not just buy a bunch of new stuff immediately. Just wait for sales or for when I'm finished with my current project, because I keep buying sets and then I don't have time to like get to them, and then the sets go on sale before I even touch them as projects, and that can feel kind of wasteful sometimes. So yeah, I'm waiting for sales opportunities to get those sets and work on them. I actually have a few sets already. I got Sora's bike, I've got the lava dragon, and I've got like Lloyd and Aaron's mech. So I'm gonna be working on those. Yeah, I kind of want to work on like Sora's mech because I feel like I might be able to just bang that one out pretty quickly. Well, these things can be a bit unexpected sometimes. I wish I had more Iron Man suits from Iron Man 3. I'll tag you in a video on this mock once I finished. Would you ever make a mock using only Barnacle parts? Bonkles is something I really want to get back to, but like I have a big Bonkle a collection that's like sort of sitting in boxes in my parents' place. I need to dig it out and like reorganize the parts and things like that. Hopefully I can do something for like Bonkles Day this year, but yeah, no promises. I would love to have time and energy and space and all the logistics ready to just do a bunch of Barnacle. But I don't at the moment. It's not like you're a daily uploaded who has to upload new sets first. Yeah, that is true. I think that like for a long time, and I still think it is kind of true, that I think that like if I get to build sets earlier, that I have more time to ruminate on it, which is true, but like at some point it becomes like I can't ruminate on too many things at a time. So yeah, it's good to space it out. Or like the other thing where I feel like who knows what projects will be easy, so let's just try a bunch first. I feel like maybe actually try to like finish projects before you move on to the next one. And like, there are projects that I think that people would like to see, but it just doesn't meet my sort of internal level of quality, internal requirement for quality, I guess. And so I just don't publish it. But I think maybe I should be more relaxed about that. Do you see the news about the submarine? Yeah, only passingly. I don't know like the details, but yeah. Okay. Does anyone remember if Mark V was in the final battle in Iron Man 3? I am very certain that it wasn't. Mark V is a suitcase, right? And the suitcase suit was blown up with the other first 7 suits because he had it on display on top of his house when like the helicopter attack. So yeah. Have you applied for Ian for Lego? Yeah, I applied for a job before, but like at the time I had a much smaller portfolio of work. I didn't make all of the things that you already see me make. And at the time it took a while, and then they sent me a rejection letter, which is totally fair. Right now, I honestly don't know if like this whole thing has helped or hurt my chances of being in the company. I kind of think that can look, I can see ways that that hiring me would look bad, and so I would kind of understand if they don't want to bother with like the potential downsides of like hiring me, or like the headlines that it might produce. But also I might just not be that good, to be honest. I know you guys are my audience, and you guys are here because you guys like my work, but like the skill that's required to make the stuff I make and the skills that are required to make official Lego sets that sells, and you know, work within a team, and following design briefs, and things like that are overlapping, but they're not the same. Not to like downplay like my own skills, but yeah. But I built my own mock by Optimus Prime. Oh God. This has turned into a very big pile of bricks. We're gonna have to clear this before we can disassemble more. I tried to build my Venom figure, it didn't go well. You gotta keep at it, man. Yeah. Things are always like that to start with. And then you keep going and you get better. I wish I could build mechs like you. Yeah. It's a lot of work and a lot of time. It's like I wish I could play an instrument very well. Like I can't. And like there are opportunity costs to that. Why did they reject you at Lego? You're awesome. I think your work's amazing. I appreciate that, Andrew Garfield. At the time, like I had a much smaller portfolio of work, and also hadn't graduated from college. And I think the skills required to work within a team and follow design briefs and things like that are overlapping with what I have, but not necessarily the same set of skills. I can absolutely understand reasons why they wouldn't want me in the company. And it was a very different ransom fund that they that applied for Lego at the time. Like if there's an opportunity, if they have a job opening, I'll apply again. But yeah, like manager situation. Oh, how about that? Mock building is arguably one of the best art forms of Lego. In the sense that it's the only art form of Lego, because if just making stuff is, yeah, as in definitionally, I'm not sure what other ways there can be with, like, in terms of Lego art form. I guess like a lot of people make videos and stuff, but like I kind of think of that as its own separate craft that are, yeah, that's worthy in its own right, but I wouldn't like categorize it and or think that it's comparable. I like that response. People give me that comment about illustration. It's like, hey, I worked a lot on this. There's a bit of lag, so I'm not sure what we're talking about. Custom minifig are other good Lego art form. Oh yeah, I suppose so. I feel like this is like Lego related art form. Like, yeah, I suppose so. I feel like that's more like graphic design. It's yeah. I'm not. I don't want to downplay what I do and or what other people do. I just think that it's like apples and oranges. So yeah. I cannot read Korean. Run that through like machine translation, like run that through Google Translate, and I'll probably be able to like understand what you were trying to say, if you understood what I just said. So satisfying, yo. I tried to build the most complex shape with the least amount of pieces, Ransom phone or something like that. Like what you want is the least amount of assemblies, right? Like when you have like different directions of studs and like a lot of different panels, and they're all like small little panels attached onto by like single clips. I think that at least for me that feels a little less satisfying. And my stuff can get into that territory sometimes, but like I aspire to the sort of style that a lot of like official Lego sets aspire to, which is like if you can create complex sets, complex shapes with less like sort of like arbitrary joint connections like hinges and balls, that feels a lot more satisfying. Like people say, I wish I could draw like that. It's work and you can do it. You put in time for the most part. Yeah. I do think that how should I say this? Okay, there is an element of this that I think is often left unsaid, which is the amount of money investment. And like if people say, oh, I wish I could have the money to put in the amount of practice that would be required to get to the level of skill you're at with Lego, I would feel like, yeah, I also wish that a lot of people had more money and oh, this is a more accessible art form to practice. It is like a lot of work. It's not magic, although it feels like magic sometimes. And when it feels like magic, it's really fun, but it really isn't. Oh, you should make a custom boat if you ever have time. Lego doesn't make very good boats unless you're talking about the Black Pearl Lego set. I think they're gonna start making more boats. We're gonna have like a full line of like pirates and stuff. It looks like they have found that people like boats. And also, there are a lot of things I want to try. Like, the majority of my stuff is like mech. I think I don't want to like pigeonhole myself. But yeah, there are a lot of other things I want to try. But unfortunately, boats is not very high up on my list of like priority. Okay. Let me just clear the table a bit. Be very, very careful. Are there any newer Lego pieces that you're excited about for Mox? Oh yeah, the the Dream set has like a new click joint. That's like a click joint, and then I think 2 pin connections, like a pin connection that's 2 pins, two studs deep. And I really want to see what I can do with that. Any thoughts about modifying the Lego buildable minifigure to turn the elbows and knee posable? Buildable Lego minifigure, like the big one, like the red shirt, blue pants, blue hat guy. Uh, ooh, I literally have never thought of that. I kind of think like, I don't know who that would be for. Yeah, I just literally have never thought of that. I think it would be pretty difficult. Like, they barely achieve the shape that they want to achieve with it being solid. You're going to have to make even more sacrifices if you want to make it move. Yeah. Alright, let's go. A big pile of bricks here. I'll put this off screen. And get back to this. Alright. What do I do with you? It's a giant mech. Yeah, well, like, who would play with that? Like, this is the thing. Like, I kind of, I understand the joy that can be derived from a thing, just knowing that the thing is there. Like, I build Gundam inner frames and Lego models. Like, I understand the joy of just knowing that something is there. But like, very often I think that like, joints should be like usable and fun to engage with. And if it's just like a joint there for joint's sake and actually actively make it less fun to like pick up and move around, I think that that's bad. It's like, I wish that like, yeah, this is why like I'm very often on like, let me see how to like say this in a way that's like, I want to try to say it in a way that's constructive. I think that it's great to experiment and try to push the boundaries of what is and isn't possible with Lego joints. I think at the end of the day, I think, especially when you are sharing your work and you are showing it to people and you anticipate that some of them will want to try it themselves, that at least I tried to do this to some extent, is it like show what that or prioritize like engaging with the thing and not just like, oh, it looks pretty and it's on the shelf and you can feel happy about the number of joints it has in your head. It's yeah, I think that like I'm trying to learn to articulate this better, but there's a difference between the kind of things that you make as part of your practice to get better, and then there's like things that you do as a thing that you sort of share with people, and or how do you share everything, right? And I feel like I try to be honest about what like the things that I make are and its trade-offs and things like that. I'm in a bit of a difficult position because like I made it myself. Yeah, it's it's a thing where, oh god, what happened? Are we back? We're back. Okay. It's a thing where I kind of think that like just because it's difficult doesn't mean that you should like swear off trying entirely. And yeah, I kind of think that like more fan builders should be more honest. Not honest. I don't want to imply that they're currently dishonest, but like I think more fan builders should show what it's like to engage with a thing, or handling a thing, and things like that. It's kind of this is a frustration I have with like mock community sometimes. I think it's gotten much better, but like sometimes people would spend months and years on a project, and then they take one photo, and it's a very nice photo, but like I can't even see what like this thing looks like from the back. Like, dude, you worked on it for like a really long time. It looks really cool. Like, show it off. Mm. This is going faster than I expected. Probably because I'm not sorting it at the same time as like taking it apart. And I feel like if there was ever any project to like where I might think about like investing in trying to build like my own sorting rig, like this is it. mm. Chadwick Boseman's tribute, very cool. I know you get asked this constantly, but are you going to modify the newest Hulkbuster 4+ set? I have a plan for that thing. I do. How should I say this? Here's the thing. I kind of have a bit of an informal one Hulkbuster a year, sort of just internal policy, because I don't want to just be known as the Hulkbuster guy. And if I don't have that policy, I like my channel will be just nothing but Hulkbuster. But yeah, I do have plans for that thing. Hopefully, I don't know how 4+ sets like go, like what their life cycle is like. Hopefully it's around till next year, and then I can get on it. Although I did make a Hulkbuster last year, right? Did I skip a year? Does that mean that like I get to make another one this year? Like there's still that like War Machine Buster that I want to make, because I think that's a really nice headpiece, and there's like a couple of things I want to try with it, and now we have new joint pieces. So yeah. Why are we taking apart the Black Panther bust? I want to work on an old build. Yeah. The idea is I want to make like a bust that's like this size, like their normal helmet size, and with the rest of the bricks built more of the torso. And I want to try that. As Mark Stafford said that like he's been trying to build like Black Panther at this scale for a long time and was unsatisfied with it. And I can definitely see how, like having built that and this, like the thing about like people are scared of, like people really love details, and they love their greebling. I kind of think that like when a thing is more detailed, that it's easier to build because your eyes have more points to anchor to. Yeah, or like when a thing is very minimal, like a Black Panther helmet, your eyes are very demanding on how accurate the proportions are. and that can be really difficult because it's very sensitive to that. Mm. So yeah, I want to try my own hands at it, and also it was on 50% sale, and with the success of the Hulkbuster project, I feel like I can, I can, I can, I don't have to worry too much about like putting out work constantly quickly, and so this can be just a thing that I work on in the background from time to time. Having just said that, sometimes with the projects where I say that, where I'm like, oh, just put this in the background and work on it from time to time, I just never touch it, and or it gets finished in a weekend. So who knows? The sheer size of this thing probably means that it's going to at least take a while. But yeah, I want to see if I can finish this by the end of the year. That'd be great. But I have a bunch of other things I want to do by the end of the year, and still have no idea what like the winter waves are gonna be like. So yeah, there might be more things to do. All right. Oh God, where do I begin with this? Okay, that works. Oh, all right. Oh, that's the thing about the 4 Plus Hulkbuster set that I am kind of really excited about, and it's not the dome, but the fist, because that's one of the solutions that I was thinking of using when I was struggling with my like minifig scale Mark II size, minifig scale Mark II Hulkbuster. I still have to try to get back to that at some point. Yeah, and now we have like a new solution. It's not necessarily going to be the best solution, but I want to try and see how that works and how it looks. It's also got like the wrong number of fingers, but it's fine at that scale. I don't think anybody noticed. It's really funny that usually like when Lego mechs have the wrong number of fingers, that it's the other way around, that there should be 5 fingers but there are only 4. But with the Hulkbuster, Hulkbuster only has 4 fingers. So there's that. I don't like mini superhero today's, and his custom minifigures look awful. To each his own, I guess. I'm unfamiliar with his. Oh, don't want to spill that. I'm unfamiliar with his minifigures. Have you ever? Are you ever going to make a different alt build for Lego Optimus Prime, or are you tired of out due to already making 2 others? I actually do have a plan to make another one, but like it's low priority. Um, it's going on sale a lot. I don't know how that set has been doing. Like, it must be doing well, but like maybe like just not to the level that they expect, and they just did a much bigger production run than even the success of the Optimus Prime. They're also like, I think they're crowding out their own market. Like they keep making newer and newer stuff, and bigger stuff. And I feel like a lot of people who would buy that Optimus like before they get a chance to buy it now has like a bunch of other things that call their attention. Yeah. So that's that. What I kind of want to do is to get 2 of the Optimuses and build Waffle Cybertron Optimus. So I really like that design. But yeah, this is gonna be one of those like, how should I say this? I need to like, I need to keep track of a list of like abandoned and or low priority projects somewhere, where maybe once every 6 months or something I let people vote on like what they want me to try. Yeah. I kind of do think that like I want to make more posable things, and like alt build of that Optimus is inherently going to be like have limited articulation, and people are gonna complain, and I'm gonna be like, well, what do you want? Smart it yourself, I guess. It's like, the thing that's really funny to me is like, I don't know. I have this thing with knee joints where I think that they're overrated, and like people would add them, find that they're unusable, and they can put it in exactly one pose that doesn't even look that good. I was like, yeah, it's like I guess everybody needs to learn that lesson the hard way, I guess. Like you take a photo and you put it online, and yeah, I have a lot of opinions on this that are not clear about like sort of how. I think I want to encourage people to think more critically about the things that they look at on the internet, just in general, and like in my particular like in where I am on the internet is this, and yeah. I can't wait for when you eventually make a really cool Sonic Mania Eggman mech. Oh, I might not. Sonic is one of those things where I'm like, it might be fun to do things that's Sonic related. But I kind of don't want to engage with like maybe this isn't the best comparison. Like, I'm kind of resistant from making like Star Wars mocks, even though, and like I'm not a big Star Wars guy. I think it's fine. I enjoy some Star Wars stuff sometimes, but I think that Star Wars fans can be a bit intense, and I'm not sure I want to deal with that. And I think Sonic gives me the same impression sometimes. Are you ever gonna do another alt build for the set UCS Hulkbuster? And I agree about knee joints too. Most sets don't look all that good with knee bends unless it's a set like that. Oof, rip. Another alt build for the UCS Hulkbuster? Like, you guys want me to make a Mark II? I don't like the Mark II. It's a different face. And also, I think it might be a long time before I engage with a project that big again. He says, disassembling the Black Panther bust. Yeah, I don't really want to return to that set. I bought that thing twice. The first time I bought it at like retail price because I bought it like day one. Principality. Oh boy. You could always do a smaller Hulkbuster and like make that pod thingy that launches stuff down, you know? With that head? I kind of can't. Alright. I think we're gonna have to start clearing the table again. Am I out of boxes? Kinda am. Alright. Give me a moment. How many individual Iron Man suits can you make from one Hulkbuster? That's a question. Uh, it's not just about like the amount of bricks. It's also like the type of bricks, right? Like if you just like would you count this as one Iron Man? Right? Like if you want to just talk about pure like piece count, like you can just look at the piece count of the Iron Man and the piece count of the Hulkbuster and do simple division. Yeah. I feel it could work with the Age of Ultron Hulkbuster, you know? I did the Age of Ultron Hulkbuster. That was the one that I did. Are we talking about the same thing? Because like that UCS Hulkbuster that I made an alt build out of, I scaled it with the head and almost entirely exhausted the amount of bricks that I need. And like yeah. God. Alright. There's another one of those boxes filled. I need to make space. Let me see. I've got more Gunpla boxes, but it's Gunpla boxes I haven't opened. Alright. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to open them. Chicken legs. Let's go. I still love the look. If that mock and it seems others do, and since it seems to be getting some attentions, I didn't know if making anything else for it would be good too. It's like a huge investment of effort. And you gotta weigh that against like, you know, what's on the other side. Like, yeah, like with infinite time and money, yeah, there's like a lot of things that I can do that I can upload every day, right? Like make one Hulkbuster a day, make 5 Hulkbusters a day, because we're talking about infinite time and money. Like, I do not have infinite time and money, and that seems like a cost ineffective way to approach that. Oh, I still haven't disassembled the back of the head. I just had it like lying there. Alright. Let me just take apart the top of his pec first. Lego Friends mech when? Oh, I would love to. I would love to. I really do. I'm not sure. You know what? That's one of those ideas that like I keep waiting for opportunities where like things are on sale, and so I can just like get a bunch and do something. But yeah, this is what I'm thinking, right? Because like friend sets don't have a lot of joints. What I can do is like pair it up with like a creator set, and use the joints from the creator set to make a friend's Mac. But yeah, that is an idea that I have entertained from time to time. I think that's cool. It's one of those things where like I want to do it just to do it. Yeah. Have you ever done anything with those smaller Marvel mech suits? Are we talking about the same thing? Cause like, yes. I have a very small catalog of work, man. Like, you can just scroll through my YouTube videos and see all of the things that I have done in like 2 seconds. Wasn't there a Lego series with like dragons or something, or am I just crazy? There's a lot of Lego series with dragons. There's one right now, it's called Ninjago. Oh, great. It's great to have like new people in chat. Principality, welcome. Yeah, if you wanna do something with those smaller Marvel mechs, I bought 2 of each and I sort of bolted them together. That was a fun project. Well, fun-ish. As fun as it can be. I think that like I am generally fond of projects that are finished, and once it's finished, I kind of forget how frustrating it can be while I was in the middle of it. It was like Lego Friends but with dragons something. Like elves? Yeah, there was like a Lego elves themes. Whatever happened to elves? I never followed elves very closely. What's your favorite set from this year so far? Ooh. What is my favorite set from this year so far? There's a bunch of sets that I think are great contenders that I haven't had the chance to build yet. So I'm not sure. And I just haven't had the chance to build a lot of sets this year because I've just been working on that Hulkbuster for months. I think Jay's mech is really good, and I think Lloyd's mech is really good. Jay's mech might be like just aesthetically one of my favorite like Lego mechs ever. The Elemental Dragon, like the Lightning Dragon, that's in Dragon Rising, I think looks really good, and I am very excited to try that when I have the chance. Yeah. I like to play with my toys. So like when I think of like best sets, I'm just gonna it's going to skew that way. By the way, still here, and my mock is going great. Fantastic. Why do you say my mock? You are just saying my own my. Oh god, fantastic. Can I just say Lego abbreviations in general? They're really bad. I say my mock all the time, and like every time I say my mock, I'm cognizant of the fact that mock means my own creation. But I feel like yeah, it's fine, it's whatever. Cause like every now and then people would ask me what mock means, like my friends and family. I was like, oh, it's my own creation. It's kind of yeah, it's like a grammatically awkward abbreviation. This is the thing. I feel like people who make abbreviations need to be more considerate of like common usage or how it would be used. But like this is the sort of thing that nobody controls, and just like the culture evolves naturally, and so you'll end up with things like ATM machines and Mock. Hello, Alan Lopez. Have you seen any of the Monkey Kid stuff? Ooh, oh, I completely forgot about that. You know, I just got, like, this is the other thing. It was like Monkey Kid is like really expensive. There's like a bizarre Monkey Kid tax. Like, I built Maze Dragon. I thought that's really good. The Maze Jet and the small Monkey Kid mech combo is fantastic. I would recommend that to anybody. It's like, I love me my Gatai. I am caught up with the show. I've seen the special, so that's really exciting. Monkey Kid, I still think is like some of the best media Lego has ever produced. I'm really excited for this team to just keep going, especially the show. I'm excited for the show to keep going. I convinced my great grandma not to say Legos, and when she died, she said, "Oh, sorry, Lego," and then laughed. Lol. Oh, that's bleak. Okay, the Legos thing is a thing that like I would come down hard on. Why did I say that weird? But like, Lego is like milk. It's a mass noun, not a count noun. You can't say Legos. It's like you can't say milks. You know, like you say I have a box of milk. I have or a cup of milk, right? An amount of milk. You don't say I have some milks. And like I know, like, alright, like the corporation itself is like, you must not make the name of our brand into like a oh god, what's it called? Like just like a normal word. But like, yeah, setting that aside, right? Like setting all the cynicism aside, I still think that Legos is bad grammar. There's one Monkey Kid set I was gonna get. It would be the new Ultra Mech or whatever. The big one at the beginning of the year, that one uses old tech, and it's very bizarre to me. I really want to get my hands on that, and try, like, to see like why it is the way it is. Like, yeah, it's really expensive. Wow, this is going faster than I anticipated. I think I'm gonna be able to finish this like within this stream. Or maybe not. I might have to be somewhere in a minute. Where were you? Were you around for Exoforce? I was around for Exoforce. I love me some Exoforce. Yeah. I think I would love a new dedicated Lego mech theme. It doesn't have to be an Exoforce reboot, although they can really get my nostalgia pumping if they just straight up make an Exoforce reboot. But I kind of honestly want just like a brand new, like, dedicated mech theme. Great, now I gotta build a tiny boat I've never built. Yeah, set number 80045. I don't know. I'm unfamiliar with set numbers. You guys gotta, like, you guys want me to talk about set, you guys gotta describe what the set. I assume this is like the big monkey king mech. Yeah, nice. Brick built Barnacle is my dream. Yes. I think this is what I think we should do with like Brick Built Barnacle. I think it should be a brand new theme that's in the spirit of Barnacle, and then at some point you can reveal that it's actually set in the same universe. Like a bit of a spoiler, I guess. But there was, okay, don't actually say, like, if you know what I'm talking about, don't actually say what it's called, because like some people would be unfamiliar. And like maybe if they get the chance to see it, it would be great. I think there was like a show that that revealed itself to have been part of. Okay, actually, maybe I won't spoil that one. It's like Split, and at the end you find out that it's in the same like Unbreakable universe or whatever. I think there could be hints about the fact that this is like in a universe where Barnacle exists, but I kind of think that like that's the amount of homage and or like acknowledgement that I'm okay with. I kind of think that like as much nostalgia as I have for them, the team of six Toas is very unwieldy because six is a really big number, and also their elemental powers are like overlapping and unclear, and it's more like I know that like for the reboot they tried to make it more like environmental power than elemental power, which I think was a good decision. But the world building kind of just like happened after all of the sets are designed, and like it's a bit like messy with like there are a lot of people who know a lot more than me about like how Barnacle G2 went down. But like I kind of think that like as much nostalgia as I have for like the six elements of Barnacle, I think it's too unwieldy, and I kind of want to leave it behind. But like if you want to do a Barnacle reboot and you're gonna keep some elements and not others, people will riot. It's like I kind of think that we can acknowledge that it happened without having to be like bogged down by it, I guess. Defeats the whole point of Barnacle. Yeah, there we go. Like I feel like you make brick build Barnacle. There's gonna be people who complain that it's like against the point of Barnacle or whatever, which I think is like it doesn't have to be the Barnacle of your old. They're gonna use the brand for like recognition. I don't think there was a point to Barnacle. If you want like contraction, like that sort of system, I kind of think that it did. Yeah. Did you get the Barnacle promo from February? I did. I I used it for a project. I made a video on using it with the with the Ghost Rider set to make an Exo Tour alt build. I'm very happy with that video because I feel like it's I caught the like just as like to talk about this cynically for a second, like I felt like it's a long time, it's the first video in a long time that I put out, and so the algorithm really want like a big video, but I didn't have any of my big projects ready, so I'm glad to have like a small project that would catch the zeitgeist when that set came out. It's coming back July 11th. Yeah. Do you mean the promo or do you mean Barnacle? Same with the Blacktron. I have Blacktron still sealed in the box. I'm broke. We are not the same. Okay. Oh, okay. That's just what the bricks look like. Okay, come on. Work with me. If you could have dinner with any Ninjago character, who would it be? It would be nobody, because I don't really care about Ninjago characters that much. Let me think. I would have dinner with Kai, so I can ask him how he feels about not being the main character anymore. What alternate build do you think is your most popular that people have built? I mean, you can just look at numbers for that, I think. I think that would be Iron Man if you count Iron Man as an alt build. It's not a roast on Kai. It's like, I just think it's funny. It's like, it's not his fault that he isn't the main character anymore. Yeah. Well, like, you definitely get the feeling that like he was meant to be the main character until they introduced Lloyd. But it is like an ensemble cast now. I am surprised at how well the cast is balanced, and like with like Dragon Rising, because that's my only experience with Ninjago that isn't the original run. Yeah, but like you haven't seen all of the ninjas yet, so I have no idea what's gonna be like when it's more crowded. But so far, I feel like they did a really good job, like balancing like the cast and the screen time they have, and bouncing the characters off each other. Oh, cheers, Easebrick. I hope you had a good time. Lloyd, as he currently is very different from what he was, and I feel like it's fine. Like, I like character progression. I like that they saw that there's an opportunity to have a character arc, and like they did. I mean, sort of like there's a lot of people who grow up with Lloyd. Yeah. I dropped something, but I'm gonna pick it up later. It's fine. It's fine. Zane's character arc is the most emotionally intense. I don't remember much of it, to be honest. I remember like him finding out about like, you know, him being a robot, and like about his creator, I guess. Yeah. Alright, it looks like we're kind of done. There's a big mountain of stuff that I still need to put into like a box and sort, but yeah. Alright. I'm going for lunch. Thanks for joining me, everybody. I'm gonna try to get workout soon-ish. So I always say. But yeah. Enjoy the rest of your day. It's a public holiday where I am, so that's fun. I'm gonna enjoy the sun while it's still up. What are some subjects I'm not good at building? I'm not sure. There's a bunch of things I never tried, and I haven't had the opportunity to find out whether I'm bad at it or not. Alright. See you, everyone.